You guessed it, it is Onyx Chun-Li. The old reliable. So everybody getting into game 1 of Elimination Finals. The winner of this moves on to Grand Finals, of course. There's a lot on the line at the moment, and a good team is opening off strong.
Like I said before, we really didn't get to see a lot of Himwy and Vortex, just that one set in Winners Finals against Keith and LaPlum. So let's see if they were just keeping warm for the whole time, or if they can stop this momentum from Serenity and taxiivation. So far, it's looking all right. Serenity is the healthiest of the bunch.
Himwy, though, can you make it back on? And the answer is yes, and you find a dive kick as well, and a good recovery. Taxiivation now taking a lot of damage, trying to find a dive kick. Serenity gets the downer, still not enough to be able to get that stock. Everybody getting spiked off the right side, but I'm not seeing any stocks flying.
Oh yeah, taxiivation was the first one to go right there, and that was kind of off of the back of Serenity finding the pogo. Tax trying to come back, the recovery comes through and gets the KO off the top. But look at that coverage right there. It's not enough to do it, but Himwy, one more opening is probably going to do it. Great target swap there from Red, going over to Tax once again.
That GC pivot D-Light, that was kind of hot. That was amazing from Himwy at the moment, because that is what his original opponent was afraid of. And then I believe it was Vortex, well, excuse me, taxiivation that swept up behind him and then was able to connect the GC pivot D-Light. So that was lovely.
Okay. Yeah, we were seeing Cannon doing Cannon things for a moment. Himwy overextending on the right side, unarmed now, coming through. Big damage. But again, I mean, Serenity and Tax can't seem to find a single opening right there. You see the reach come through with the downlight right there, but it doesn't connect. Himwy still hanging on to this stock.
That's going to be one stock down. Himwy, how do we close onto Himwy? There's a spear on hand. You want probably, you know, D-Light Cider. If you have gauntlets on hand, you're looking for D-Light recovery. Or, excuse me, D-Light Cider at this point. You're looking for Sidelight recovery. But Himwy is just not having any of it. Look at how much damage Himwy has on them at the moment.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this this first stock chart, as Himwy will finally fall off the left side. Taxiivation follows as well, so it is huge advantage, especially once Serenity goes off the top.
Yeah, blue team at a deficit, but as always, what is the vulnerability? What is the weak point? Vortex. Let's set up this 2v1. I want to see blue team go at Vortex like their life depends on it.
Vortex struggling to land for a moment, but Serenity can't get too much more with that lance right here.
It's that Endlight. Vortex just going to be backing off a little bit here. Okay, finding that Endlight as well. Red team is making a bit of a comeback right now.
Hang on a second. Himwy getting a little damage right there. Tax will fall. Serenity on last. It is a 3-stock venture for this lance to come through. Pretty hard challenge right here, but both members of Red on pretty deep red. It could be a 1v1.
Next up.
3, 2.
No, Himwy and Vortex took the last game.
We got there. All right, let's check out game 2. Let's see if they can take out Himwy a little bit earlier than they did the last game.
Okay, looking for the sidelight, not going to be able to pick it up quite yet. Taxiivation knocked off stage, and look at this juggle onto Serenity. Serenity sweating on the way back down. Vortex going to be continuing this pressure with the neutral. Looking for the call out with the recovery, doesn't find it. Taxiivation going to be getting in there, but oh my gosh, Himwy and Vortex are playing amazing at the moment.
Yeah, and first strike will go down. Serenity, first one to fall. I do think that was the name of the game in the prior game as well, right? Like, Serenity just having such a hard time landing against these two characters. Himwy doing Cannon things right there, trying to read the dodge, not going to get it, but that is big damage on Serenity's second stock.
That's right, taxiivation looking for the neutral, doesn't find it quite yet, and that is going to be the stock off the top. Nice job, Himwy. Just able to, again, secure this lead for the blue team. Serenity continues to be stuck in disadvantage. Serenity has taken so much damage.
And there's the first real overextension we saw from Himwy, right? He looks for the recovery right there. Easy pickup from Tax to equalize this. They're playing at a little bit of a deficit, but it is a good adjustment so far going into game 2.
Okay, Serenity looking for the end light, not able to find it quite yet. Vortex able to get the side light, D-light, but no follow-up afterwards. Really nice interruption from taxiivation. So, taxiivation opting to play back a little bit, opting to play behind. Serenity dashes in, and then the unfortunate friendly fire.
So Serenity unarmed right there, so it didn't get too much off the team combo. Tax was just trying to look to get the setup going right there. Friendly fire as well. Tax needs to come back. Weapon toss will come through. Potential 2v1 right there. Himwy with the fist coming through. Punch, punch, punch off the right side, as well as a KO off the top. What a blowout lead now.
Tax evasion landing back down, able to pick up that weapon, but look at this lead is what I would see. Amazing NSIG, and then another amazing NSIG across the stage. That was such a good follow-up. That was nice. That was delicious.
Just like that, it's equalized too. It looked like such a resounding lead coming out of the blue team right there. We are keeping this one close.
That's right. We are scrapping at the moment. Everybody is getting hit. Everybody is getting damage dealt to them at some point or another. And now Himwy looking to make it back onto the stage. Serenity looking to edge guard with that down air unsuccessfully. Himwy knocked off stage without a weapon on hand, and Vortex just body blocking and shielding.
Yeah, but the question is, this is like 4 characters just layered on top of each other. Somehow tax evasion is the first one to fall here. I was going to ask who is the one that gets to initiate here, but now it looks like blue team has the opportunity to make this a 2-0. Here we go, big combo right here. Both gauntlets online as well. This is scary, scary stuff, but it's still 2-0 for Vortex and Himwy.
Yeah, that was so clean. Vortex and Himwy, they take so much probability out of the equation if they're able to get those kinds of solid, consistent 2v1 combos. So, that was excellent, but I can't help but feel like that was such a doable game for Serenity and tax evasion.
Oh, it absolutely was, yeah. And I was mentioning towards the end of that last stock, they did get the 2v1 combo. We're seeing it on the screen right now with both players at gauntlets. I think Serenity was just at too much damage at that point in time where DI being online for that doesn't even really matter too much. But again, all that being said, tax evasion and Serenity, I mentioned this earlier, Dara, so much momentum of them being able to play set after set after set through this elimination bracket. Himwy and Vortex really didn't get that luxury, but here they are sitting 2-0 above them right now.
So going to the next game, let's see what's going to happen. Himwy and Vortex, once again, they have a pretty generous, pretty comfortable two-game lead at the moment. I don't think we're going to be seeing any character switch-offs, is what I would say. Serenity opting to go for the Ulgrim instead of the Orion.
What do you think about this change?
You know, Axe is good to have on hand. I guess it's just mostly a matter of preference, and I'm curious to see how much damage Spirit ended up doing for Ulgrim, or Spirit ended up doing for the Orion previously. Yeah, the Spirit only dealt 126 damage if my stats are correct. It's not all that much. The Lance dealt 287, and there is never a bad time to go Axe and Zeus.
Let's see if some change can happen here for Serenity and tax evasion. It's gonna have to be a reverse 3-0, but let's get going with the first couple stocks. Don't put the cart before the horse. Let's see.
Vortex looking for that D-Light. Serenity starting a juggle onto Himwy, and then able to find that down and putting him off stage. Himwy continuously kept in disadvantage.
Yeah, Himwy and Vortex pretty sizable damage now. This could be potential first lead for tax evasion Serenity. They do find that first stock as well. It's gotta be a follow-up right there. The 2-for-1 comes through. Red team, first lead of the set.
Tax evasion, weapon toss up, Himwy able to go ahead and get that end light. Let's see what Serenity is up to. Serenity is not up to anything good. Serenity, that was the, oh no. I just did like a little check just to say, hey, how are you doing? I want to make sure that you're doing okay.
Yeah,
I think that was a
wellness
nasty
check
2-1
right there,
combo.
but it was over before it started. Tax evasion still hanging on to this stock though. Let's see, he gets into the mix, but it was a little bit too soon. 2 stocks across the board for all 4 players here.
Okay, Vortex sweating, went for it all with that recovery. The downer into the sider, into the NSIG as well. The angle on that was disgusting.
The coverage from tax evasion! That was crazy!
Yo, blue team?
You up? Are you there right now? What's going on here? Himwy and Vortex, I feel like something changed in tax evasion and Serenity.
It's all Serenity and tax evasion right now. They are doing amazing. Himwy struggling to get back on. Tax evasion finding another side light, looking through the jump call out with the neutral.
Oh,
D-Sig does end up coming out.
Wait a second! Oh my word! Tax evasion coming to collect right there. The 2v1 making making it work there. Serenity, of course, setting up the alley-oop, but oh my goodness, was that a way to start a potential reverse 3-0?
That was crazy. That weapon toss, too, by the way. Godly weapon toss, not at all the biggest weapon toss in the game. So that was kind of ridiculous that it felt like it ended up connecting. D-Sig ending up catching both of them stacked. That was phenomenal. Tax evasion. Let's go tax evasion.
I mean, just do that 2 more times, right? And it's that easy, folks. That is Brawlhalla, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to do that, and you can win and make it into grand finals on the elimination side to face off against Keith and LaPlum. But here we go. They got to do it 2 more times, like I said. So can Himwy and Vortex tighten it up here in Game 4?
You just have to find out. Right now, though, Serenity getting in there, getting everybody stacked on top of each other, just opting to go ahead and continue hitting their own teammate because, hey, if you get both blue team members stacked, I will take that trade. I will make that executive decision myself. Himwy with the down air, and then you see the NSYNC almost come out as well before it got interrupted.
Tax evasion with that GC to wait out Himwy's recovery right there. Finds first strike. He does trade stock as a result, and Serenity is going to fall potentially right here. Himwy finds it off the backboard. No recovery left. Yup, cannon comes through. So it is a slight lead for blue, but Vortex is in red. Any combo could do it. This is huge damage, though.
Huge damage, but unfortunately not actually setting off stage. The platform kept them safe. The platform stopped the angle from sending you off stage, which could have been genuinely devastating. Tax evasion, can you make it back? Himwy's fists have another idea entirely, but do not count out blue team's ability to get a 2v1 combo. Even if it didn't result in the final KO, it was at least a lot of damage.
100%, yeah, but I mean, look at tax evasion on the stock count right here. Look, anything could happen. If tax gets caught up in a 2v1, they will find the recovery KO off the top right there. But if that 2v1 comes through, and so potent they've been on the side of blue, this could be a really rough situation for Serenity to find themselves in.
Good. Sidelight comes out, amazing with punish from Serenity though. The Endlight catching both of them stacked. Vortex opting to play back a little bit. Vortex controlling so much space until Serenity has absolutely had enough.
Yeah, and I mean, look at how patient Tax is playing now, right? Like, he doesn't want to even force the 2v1 as Himwy is recovering onto last stock right there, because he knows if he falls over, this set could be as good as done. And just like that, Himwy is on last stock, Vortex is on last stock, Serenity and Tax, last stock, Game 4 here. Tax will fall now, it's a 2v1, but it's definitely doable for Serenity.
But given the 2v1 combo potential of Vortex and Himwy, you already know what they're capable of. Amazing follow-up there. Vortex looking for the neutral pickup at the moment. Serenity, can you make this happen? But Vortex and Himwy are looking to close this out as soon as possible.
Once again, single opening is all blue team should need. DI online for this one, but it's not even gonna matter. Himwy and Vortex close the door, slam it shut on tax evasion and Serenity. They will move on to grand finals of this bracket.
That's right, they played well, they were able to find all the follow-ups, you know, being able to just get that NSYG, that was pivotal, the NSYG that Vortex connected onto tax evasion to actually be able to set it.